Mary in the Junkyard, This Old House, EP review, let's chat about it. Hey friends, what's going on? John here from What's Spinning, here tonight to chat about this debut EP from Mary in the Junkyard. They are a art rock trio out of the UK, and for the last year or so, they have been on my radar, mostly because they've been dropping some seriously great singles lately. I'm looking directly at tracks like Teeth and Ghost. At the time when I first heard these singles, I was listening to a lot of Spute, some Foxtails as well, and the band's almost goth-tinged and almost spooky choices as far as their art rock goes really did warm up to me very quickly. Now, this is their first official EP, and yes, it did come out a few weeks ago. I think it came out in very late May. I am very late to the party here, but listening to this thing, I just had to take some time to chat about it. This EP starts off with the track Ghost, which, like I already said, it is a great single. I heard it quite a while back, and ever since I've kind of just been completely entranced by it. It is a moody, swirling art rock tune that is really heavy and tense, but it's also really ethereal and playful. Like Clarie Freeman Taylor's vocals on this track. They are so enchanting and sweet and lovely, but set up against this very tense, very harrowed instrumental. It makes for a really interesting duality. I mean, everything about this track just seems to be in that vein. I mean, on one hand, the atmosphere of this track is very light at times and very sweet and whimsical even, but there is also just an intense feeling of just evil underneath. There are also some very depressive lyrical themes, if that's your thing. And not only that, but this track really progresses nicely. I mean, the way that it builds up to this big, looming hook is nothing short of impressive. This is a hell of a single and a hell of a sound for the band. It's pensive and emotional, but also explosive and raw where it needs to be. Definitely check it out. And Marble Arch, a lot of this track is just as stunning. I love the heady, hushed, frantic vocals that we get on this track, as well as this instrumental that almost has some post-hardcore leaning nods. Some math rock as well, which is cool. Not to mention, we do get some more serious sense of duality on this track, as we get these very hushed, frantic, intense verses in this hook that is just this immense release. There's a lot going on this track. It's a pretty thrilling one, and as far as an instrumental goes, there is a lot to take in here. There's so much drama. The lyrics are super visual as well. It's a great track. Also, Teeth as a finale. This track, another really great single from this EP. This is wild. And this is the first single that I heard from this EP, I should add. And it has a lot of what makes this band so exciting right now. There are these very tense verses, almost goth-tinged lyrics once again. All that in a big, cathartic hook. Also, really love the violin playing on this track. It adds even more tension to this already very tense release. And the final 2 minutes here, may be two of my favorite minutes on this entire work, because it is the heaviest material here. Now, Goop, also on this EP, it may not be a bad track. There are actually some pretty cool elements to it. I mean, on one hand, it is probably one of the most tense displays here. I mean, this track really did have me on the edge of my seat, and lyrically, this is the band at their spookiest. But also, the stop and go instrumental isn't really doing it for me either. There are portions of it that are kind of cool, but overall, this track is easily the weakest here. I mean, yeah, this may be the band's debut EP, but they already have a hell of a sound that I think needs to be heard more. I mean, if you are into very dark, very twisted, very tense art rock with some nods to everything from post-hardcore to emo and more, definitely give this a listen. It's pensive and haunting, but somehow it's also really subtle and emotional at points as well. Really excited to just see where this band goes from here, because this EP is fantastic. I'm feeling a very light 8 on it, but let me know what you all think down below. If you liked the video, be sure to give us a like, give us a subscribe, and let me know down below what you would like for me to chat about in the future. And until next time, have a great day, friends.